The hum of this engine is what the students have been waiting to hear all year. The students were able to disassemble engines, learn about all of the parts within the engine, and reassemble it into perfect working order.
We have a curriculum laid out, and it's week-by-week curriculum, and it sort of tells us as to what we do. The first semester for the sophomores, they work on this I-6 engine. They tear it down, they get to know it, they have to reassemble it, and then they have to start it.
Just to get the opportunity to take a component loose, you should see the excitement on their face. Their eyes light up, and they want to know the components, the name, and what they do. And we're going over each component step by step so they can get that opportunity to know exactly what they touch.
It was like indescribable because we have been working on it all year, and to start the engine, I felt great, and it was just like perfect the way it happened.
Excitement. One word, excitement. Phenomenal. You get to work on the engine, take everything apart. You always see cars and you wonder, that's a loud car. Driving down the street, I wonder how that works. You can see everything how it works. They explain it to you, teacher explain it to us when we take it apart, part for part. You come around, talk to everybody at the group. We all work together. Other groups help each other. See, we got all the engines mounted. It's a great experience.
The students learned quickly that this would not be an easy task. There were minor stumbles throughout the process, but they were able to put their newly acquired diagnostic skills to the test.
Well, we were the first ones done with our engine, and then we found out that we had a leak in the timing cover. This is our engine right here, and so we had to, it didn't start on the first try, so we took the timing cover off and we fixed the problem and we started it, so that was a good feeling.
Well, that day, we hooked up the engine to everything, the starter and everything, put it in the room, and then there was a problem with it, and then we saw the hose that was messed up, so we changed it and then started the first try. It felt good. I felt proud of my group.
Not only do I now know how to put an engine together, but we learned part of diagnostics and we found out what was going on. So, and when we started the engine, it like we felt like we was right, and we was.
In March, the Thornton Township Academy of Truck and Diesel Technology held its inaugural internship fair. The fair gave the students a chance to meet and greet potential future employers and find out what internship opportunities were available.
Well, there's a lot of benefits to companies. First of all, they're getting, students who have great hands-on experience already through high school. They're getting students that are potential employees for them in the future. They're getting students who are obviously interested in this career field already. They've taken it through high school, and it's not a student who wants to be a nurse or a lawyer. They obviously have some type of interest in diesel mechanics or mechanics in general. So they already have that interest there, and the internship is really to expose them to real life, real hands-on experience, what they would do day to day in the real world.
We can train them and we can get them ready, but if they don't get that work experience, it's almost useless. So the intern program is going to allow the students to go out and practice what we have taught them in the classroom. So without the internship, they would have to wait until they graduate from high school and then seek employment. This is an opportunity where we can get them out in the field in the junior year and then fix some things in their senior year that needs to be fixed.
Well, I'm very excited about that opportunity that the program is going to give me. It's not so much just also about showing what I have learned, but it's also what the program, how the program has helped me, and I have to also represent the program well while I'm out there.
I'm very excited because I prepared myself in class, and I know what it is to have a job and just continue to work hard in it, because when you have a job, you have to make sure you be the best employee you can be.
Oh, I was excited because I went to school here, and it's a program where this is going to make an impact in the industry as far as educating high school students to come into the workforce at a very early age, where normally you wouldn't see this type of technology come out until the end of technical school.
I came out, I toured the facility, and it's a great program. I mean, just the lab that we're in, it's incredible.
Well, I think it's invaluable, the experience they're going to get, because we can only do so much in the classroom. Real world, what happens when a truck breaks down on the side of the road? What happens, when something comes in a shop and they have to diagnose the problem? We can only emulate so much of that in the classroom. For them to get the real world hands-on experience, what does it look like at a job? How do they talk at a job? How do they dress? What happens when something goes wrong? Are they working in the cold? Are they working in the elements? These are things that, the kids have to experience firsthand.
For the last 2 weeks, we've been calling meet and greet lesson plan, We changed the lesson plan where they went over resume writing. They went over mock interviews. They went in pretending that they were going on a live interview. Every student had to do Google of each company that was listed to attend. So the students themselves know pretty much the companies that they're going to be walking up to tonight and interviewing with, or potential interview. So basically they did a lot of homework.
Not only have to prepare myself, but like Mr. Powell, all the other teachers and instructors that helped us, I rehearse, just think about right things to say as far as, coming in, neatness, make a good first impression, pretty much.
I had my uncles, my cousins, my friends just ask me a whole bunch of questions. And I just sat there in a suit, shirt and tie, and I sat there and talked to them, and they'll critique me on how how would they hire me. I like to make a good first impression. And I feel that the first impression people have of you, they're gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. So it's basically like my personality. I have to put it out there, and I have to make sure they know who I am as a person.
We're looking for just somebody that is a good worker, somebody that is not afraid to get dirty, good with their hands, somebody that, shall we say, is ready to get down and dirty into the other side of the business.
Somebody who's enthusiastic, somebody who sounds like they know what they're talking about. I ask them what their favorite parts are, and if they're interested in the electronics and the hands-on part of it, if they answer that way, then that's always that's a good sign.
I'm gonna be a little nervous, but just the fact that I'm there, I have to prove a point, not to myself, but to my peers, set a good example, But I'm gonna feel real great.
I'm gonna have to really work hard to show that I have what it takes to belong to the company that I may work for.
I gotta work harder than everybody in there. So I have to work harder than people that have been there for 10 years. I have to work harder than the boss. I have to make sure I work harder than everybody. That's one thing I dedicate myself to hard work.
The Navistar is very supportive of the kids. They put a lot of work into trying to see us do better. Some programs, they just throw you in and just leave you. There's no follow-ups, no check-in, see how the kids are doing in the program. There's no progress reports. There's not really a lot of things that they have you do, but in Navistar, it's like a family.
With all the internship opportunities that are coming up for people in Navistar, and everybody just being really helpful to us, and you can even take this out in the real world and apply it, I really do see the long-term benefits that it would just give us, me in the program.
I see it right now. So right now we're in the process of getting internships, apprenticeship programs, It's just you see it, all this is about to pay off soon. We just gotta wait, continue to do a good job in Navistar. Only because there's a couple of weeks left doesn't mean you just stop. You gotta continue working hard, because these jobs are gonna be flowing in. I'm just happy that I'm in this program and I signed up for it. In the long run, it's gonna pay off.